Right then, Blades Army. If you thought the last few weeks at Bramall Lane have been intense, you'd better hold on to your seats because what's just exploded across our beloved club in the last few hours will leave every single Blade absolutely speechless. 3 completely different situations are revolutionizing the Sheffield United backroom right now. And I'm telling you, this is the kind of day that defines not just seasons, but potentially the entire trajectory of our club for years to come. We're talking about a pivotal injury update that could completely transform our midfield dynamics. A massive squad revelation from Chris Wilder himself that nobody in South Yorkshire saw coming. And a potential signing that's got scouts from Championship and League One clubs sitting up and taking serious notice. Before we dive into this absolute madness that's unfolding at our beloved Bramall Lane, smash that like button if you're a proper Red and White Army member. And let me ask you this crucial question. When was the last time you felt like the club was making moves that could genuinely transform our next 12 to 18 months? Because what I'm about to reveal over the next 18 minutes will either fill you with genuine hope for a promotion push or leave you questioning absolutely everything about our current direction under this new era of Chris Wilder's management. But that's exactly why we're here, isn't it? Blades, to break down every single detail, every nuance, every tactical implication that matters to us supporters who bleed red and white. So subscribe right now, ring that notification bell, and settle in because we're about to dissect the 3 stories that are sending absolute shockwaves through not just South Yorkshire, but the entire Championship landscape. And trust me, by the end of this breakdown, you'll understand exactly why these developments could be the difference between another relegation battle and a genuine push for the Premier League. Are you ready to discover what's really happening behind the scenes at Bramall Lane? Because this is information that could change how to view our entire season. Let's start with the news that's been the talk of every single Blade who truly understands just how crucial our midfield stability really is for any chance of Championship success. Tom Davies, our 27-year-old midfield orchestrator and arguably one of our most technically gifted players, has been stuck in that dreaded treatment room this entire season. While we've struggled desperately to find any kind of rhythm, creativity, or tactical coherence in the middle of the park, but Chris Wilder's just dropped an update that changes absolutely everything about our immediate future and tactical possibilities. We need Tom back. He's pivotal, Wilder stated with that characteristic directness we've come to expect. And when the gaffer uses words like pivotal about a player, especially in his current situation, you know we're talking about someone who can genuinely alter the entire course of our season. Davies is apparently just 1 or 2 weeks away from his return, and honestly, the timing couldn't be more critical given our current position languishing at the bottom of the Championship table with 0 wins from our opening fixtures. Here's what makes this development so incredibly significant for our tactical setup. Davies has been one of Wilder's most trusted midfield assets since making his emotional return to Bramall Lane back in 2023. In his 25 appearances across all competitions, with 16 of those crucial appearances coming during last season's campaign, he's consistently shown exactly the kind of midfield presence, vision, and technical ability that we've been desperately missing throughout this disastrous start to the current campaign. The lad's got that increasingly rare combination of technical ability, positional intelligence, and deep understanding of Wilder's complex tactical system that you simply cannot replace with squad rotation players or emergency solutions. When Davies was fully fit and firing last season, our entire midfield dynamic changed. We had someone who could drop deep to collect the ball from our center backs, someone who could spray passes wide to our wing backs, and crucially, someone who could thread those killer through balls that turn half chances into genuine goal scoring opportunities. But here's what should be genuinely concerning every Blade who's thinking long-term about our club's future. Davies' contract situation is becoming increasingly precarious. His current deal expires in 2026, which means we're potentially looking at losing a player of his caliber on a completely free transfer if we don't sort out his long-term future soon. With his concerning injury history over the past 18 months and the ongoing uncertainty around his fitness levels for Championship football, that contract situation becomes even more complex from a business perspective. The financial implications are staggering when you consider what it would cost to replace a player of Davies' quality in today's inflated transfer market. We're talking about a midfielder who, when fully fit, offers the kind of creative spark from deep positions that championship clubs are paying millions for. His ability to transition play from defensive phases to attacking opportunities with intelligent distribution rather than just hopeful long balls forward has been sorely missed. Wilder's being characteristically cautious though, making it crystal clear he won't rush Davies back before he's genuinely ready for the brutal physical demands of championship football. We have 40 games remaining, so we're not going to simply send someone back before they're ready, Wilder emphasized, showing the kind of long-term thinking that gives me confidence in his approach to squad management. The tactical implications of Davies' potential return are absolutely massive for how we set up going forward. Without him, we've lacked that crucial creative spark from deeper midfield positions, that ability to transition from defensive solidity to attacking threat with intelligence and precision rather than just lumping the ball forward and hoping for the best. His range of passing, his ability to find space between the lines, and his understanding of when to accelerate play and when to slow things down could be the difference between continuing this relegation nightmare and actually mounting a proper sustained push up the championship table. Think about our current midfield options and compare them to what Davies brings to the table. We've been relying on workmanlike performers who give everything but lack that creative edge, that ability to unlock defenses with a single pass. Davies offers something completely different. He's got the technical ability to play in tight spaces, the vision to spot runs that other midfielders miss, and the passing range to switch play effectively when we need to stretch opposition defenses. What do you think, Blades faithful? Is Tom Davies truly the missing piece that transforms our entire season? Or are we potentially putting too much pressure and expectation on one player's shoulders, when our problems might run deeper than midfield creativity? But the Davies injury situation is just the beginning of what's shaping up to be a fascinating insight into Chris Wilder's strategic thinking, because the Gaffers just revealed something that absolutely nobody in the Red and White Army saw coming. We might actually have too many players on our books. Yes, you heard that correctly, and this isn't some kind of positive problem to have. While we've been crying out for quality, depth, and tactical options, it turns out our squad management could be heading for a January clear-out. That might genuinely shock quite a few supporters. We're working with 29 or 30 at the moment, with another 3 returning: Blaster, Tom Davies, and Shax. So 33 or 34 is too many, Wilder explained with that trademark honesty. And suddenly everything about our recent transfer strategy and squad building starts to make completely different sense. This isn't just about getting injured players back from lengthy treatment room stays. It's about managing a squad that's become genuinely unmanageable from both practical and financial standpoints. Let's think about this logically. From a pure numbers perspective, you simply cannot keep 33 or 30 for professional footballers happy, motivated, match fit, and engaged when you can only name 18 players in a matchday squad and only 11 can start each game. The mathematics of squad management simply don't work when you're carrying that many senior professionals, and Wilder's clearly already thinking strategically about which direction this situation needs to go before it becomes a genuine problem for squad morale and team chemistry. He's mentioned there will be discussions between me, the recruitment department, and the board about reshaping the squad composition for the crucial second half of the season, which suggests this isn't just idle speculation. There are genuine plans being formulated behind the scenes about how to streamline our playing staff into a more manageable and effective unit. What's particularly interesting and shows Wilder's attention to detail is his emphasis on looking after the young lads. Throughout this process, we've invested heavily in youth development over recent years, bringing through academy graduates who deserve genuine opportunities to develop their careers. Having too many established senior players sitting around Shirecliff could actually block crucial pathways for academy products who might be ready to make the step up to first-team football. It's a delicate balancing act that requires careful consideration. You need adequate depth to cope with injuries, suspensions, and the brutal fixture schedule that championship football demands. But you also need to create a squad environment where every player feels valued, knows their role, and believes they have genuine opportunities to contribute meaningfully to the team's success. The financial implications of carrying excess squad members are absolutely significant too, especially for a club like Sheffield United that needs to be careful about wage budgets and overall expenditure. Every professional contract represents a substantial weekly outgoing, and if we're carrying players who aren't contributing to match days or adding value through training intensity, that's money that could be invested elsewhere, potentially in that one game-changing signing that elevates the entire team's performance level. But here's what genuinely worries me about this whole situation, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Blades, are we potentially looking at a scenario where we're forced to lose players who could be genuinely valuable to other championship clubs? Because if we're pushed into January sales rather than strategic, planned departures, we might not get the kind of transfer fees that reflect these players' true market value. There's also the question of which players might be considered surplus to requirements. Are we talking about French squad members who rarely feature? Or could this affect players who've been regular contributors but don't fit into Wilder's long-term tactical vision? The squad overhaul could be more significant than many supporters are anticipating. From a tactical perspective, having too many players can actually hinder team development because it becomes difficult to establish consistent partnerships, understand tactical roles, and develop the kind of automatic understanding between players that successful teams require. Sometimes less is genuinely more when it comes to squad building and team chemistry. Wilder's track record suggests he knows exactly what he wants from his squads. He prefers players who understand their roles completely, who buy into the tactical system, and who can be relied upon in pressure situations. A streamlined squad of committed, focused professionals might actually be more effective than a bloated group of players fighting for limited opportunities. How do you feel about this squad situation developing at Bramall Lane? Blades, are we finally showing some proper long-term strategic planning? Or does this sound more like crisis management to you? And which players do you think might be considered for departure in January? Now, here's where things get genuinely exciting for our future prospects. Because while we're dealing with injury comebacks and complex squad management issues, our recruitment team is already plotting strategic moves that could completely transform our attacking options and give us the kind of pace and creativity that championship defenses struggled to handle. Sheffield United have significantly ramped up their interest in Brighton's Mario Cozier-Dubberry, the incredibly talented 20-year-old winger who's been absolutely tearing up League One with Bolton Wanderers on what's proving to be a brilliant loan spell. This young man's record speaks volumes about his potential and current form. 2 goals in 9 appearances for the Trotters this season. And according to Bolton manager Steven Schumacher, he's been an absolute revelation both on and off the pitch. He comes every day with a smile on his face, Schumacher revealed, which tells you everything you need to know about his attitude, professionalism, and the kind of character we'd be bringing to Bramall Lane. But it's not just his goals and positive attitude that have caught Sheffield United serious attention. Our head of recruitment, Jamie Hoyland, was spotted watching Cozier-Dubberry in action during Bolton's emphatic 4-1 victory over local rivals Wigan Athletic last weekend. That's not coincidental or casual scouting. That's targeted, strategic assessment of a player we're seriously considering bringing to South Yorkshire. The fact that we're sending senior recruitment staff to League One matches shows exactly how highly we rate this young man's potential and how he might fit into our tactical setup. What makes Cozier-Dubberry particularly appealing from a tactical perspective is his versatility and genuine pace down both flanks. At just 20 years old, he's at that perfect developmental age where he's experienced enough to handle the intensity and physicality of championship football, but young enough to develop significantly under the right coaching and tactical guidance. His previous championship experience with Blackburn Rovers, 1 goal in 23 appearances, might not look spectacular on paper, but League One has clearly been the perfect level for building confidence, match sharpness, and understanding of his role within team systems. Steven Schumacher's detailed analysis of what makes Cozier-Dubberry special is fascinating. We knew we had signed a good player on loan because we had done our research on him. We received character references from people who worked with him at Blackburn last season, who said that dropping to this level, where he could have more space and maybe not face as many fullbacks and wingers with so many strong players, meant he could really shine. This suggests he's got the raw technical ability to succeed at higher levels. He just needed the right environment and tactical setup to flourish and show his true capabilities. Could Bramall Lane and Chris Wilder's system be that perfect environment for his continued development? The timing of this potential move is absolutely brilliant from a strategic standpoint. If we can secure Cozier-Dubberry's signature in the January transfer window, he'd have a full half season to adapt to Wilder's tactical demands, understand his role within our system, and build chemistry with his new teammates before what could be a crucial summer transfer window and the following seasons. Campaign.Brighton will obviously want a decent transfer fee for a player they clearly rate highly enough to sign from Arsenal's academy, but his current loan spell is proving his worth at a level where he can genuinely impact games, create chances, and contribute goals. The development curve from League One to Championship football isn't as steep as some might think, especially for players with his technical ability and pace. What excites me most about this potential signing is that it shows we're thinking beyond just immediate survival and short-term fixes. We're looking at players who could be genuine long-term assets for years to come, players who fit into a broader strategic vision rather than just emergency solutions to current problems. Cozier-Dubberry represents exactly the kind of investment in youth and potential that successful championship clubs make. His pace and directness could be perfect for Wilder's tactical system, especially if we're looking to transition quickly from defensive phases to attacking opportunities. Championship defenses often struggle against wingers who can run at them with genuine pace and technical ability, and Cozier-Dubberry seems to offer exactly that kind of threat. The fact that he's already adapted well to English football, understands the physical demands of professional football, and has shown he can perform consistently at League One level suggests the step up to Championship football might not be as daunting as it could be for other young players. From a financial perspective, signing a 20-year-old with genuine potential represents excellent value compared to pursuing established Championship attackers who would command much higher transfer fees and wage demands. If Cozier-Dubberry develops as expected, his value could increase significantly, making this both a tactical and business-smart acquisition. Are you excited about the genuine possibility of bringing in a Mario Cozier-Dubberry, Blades? Do you think he's exactly the kind of young, hungry talent who could make a genuine difference to our attacking play and give us that extra dimension going forward? Before we move to our final thoughts, let's take a step back and analyze how these three developments fit into the broader context of Sheffield United's recent history and our current position in English football. What we're seeing here isn't just three isolated news stories. This is a comprehensive picture of a club trying to balance immediate survival needs with long-term strategic planning. The Tom Davies situation perfectly encapsulates our current predicament. We're a club with genuine championship ambitions, but we're being held back by key players' availability and fitness issues. Davies represents everything we want to be: technically gifted, tactically intelligent, and capable of elevating the players around him. But his injury problems also highlight our vulnerability where we lose key personnel. Historically, Sheffield United's most successful periods have been built around midfield creativity and tactical flexibility. Think about some of our greatest teams. They've always had that player who could unlock defenses and create something from nothing. Davies could be that player for this generation, but only if he can stay fit and reach his full potential. The squad management issue reveals something interesting about modern football economics and the challenges facing championship clubs. We're trying to balance ambition with financial reality, squad depth with team chemistry. It's a puzzle that many clubs at our level struggle to solve, and Wilder's honest assessment suggests he understands the complexity of the situation. What's encouraging is that these decisions are being made strategically rather than reactively. Too often in recent years, Sheffield United has been forced into panic decisions because of poor planning or unexpected circumstances. This time, there's a sense that we're thinking several moves ahead. The Cozier-Dubberry interest shows we're not just thinking about this season, we're building for the future. Young, hungry players with something to prove often outperform established stars who might be coasting. If we can identify and develop players like this, we'll be in a much stronger position regardless of which division we're playing in next season. So there you have it. Red and White Army, three stories that perfectly capture exactly where Sheffield United stands at this crucial juncture in our season and our club's development. We've got Tom Davies potentially returning within weeks to solve our desperate midfield creativity crisis and provide that missing link between defense and attack. A complex squad management situation that could see significant changes in January as Wilder shapes his ideal tactical unit and exciting young talent like Mario Cozier-Dubberry potentially. joining our attacking ranks to give us that pace and directness we've been lacking. What strikes me most profoundly about these three developments is how they paint a comprehensive picture of a club that's simultaneously dealing with immediate championship survival challenges while planning strategically for sustainable future success. Davies' return addresses our current tactical deficiencies and could be the catalyst for an immediate upturn in results. The squad restructuring demonstrates proper long-term thinking and financial responsibility, and the Cozier-Dubberry interest shows we're not just trying to survive, we're actively seeking to improve and build something special. The next few months could be absolutely transformational for our beloved Sheffield United in ways we haven't seen for years. If Davies returns to full fitness and can stay injury-free, if Wilder manages the January transfer window intelligently and creates a streamlined, focused squad, and if we secure promising young talents like Cozier-Dubberry who are hungry to prove themselves at a higher level, we could be looking at a completely different trajectory by the time we reach the crucial spring months. But it all comes down to execution, precise decision-making, and a bit of luck with injuries, doesn't it? We've seen far too many promising situations turn sour through poor timing, questionable decision-making, or simply bad fortune at crucial moments. This time feels genuinely different though. There's a strategic coherence to these moves that suggests everyone at Bramall Lane, from the boardroom to the training ground, is finally pulling in the same direction with a clear vision of where we want to be. The Tom Davies situation could define our entire season. If he returns and hits the ground running, we could see a completely different Sheffield United team, one that can control games, create chances consistently, and turn those narrow defeats into crucial victories. But if he struggles with fitness or takes time to regain his form, we might be looking at another long, difficult campaign. The squad management decisions will reveal a lot about our ambitions and our understanding of what it takes to succeed in the championship. Are we building a squad capable of challenging for promotion, or are we just trying to avoid relegation? The players we keep and the ones we let go will tell that story, and the pursuit of players like Cozier-Dubberry shows whether we're thinking like a club that expects to be competing at higher levels soon, or one that's just trying to survive in the championship. Young, hungry players choose clubs they think are going places, so our ability to attract talent like this says something about how we're perceived in the football world. I want to hear from every single one of you passionate blades in the comments below. Which of these three stories has you most excited about? Sheffield United's immediate and long-term future? Are you genuinely confident that Tom Davies can be the tactical catalyst for our season turnaround? Or do you think our problems run deeper than midfield creativity? Do you believe we're handling this complex squad situation correctly? Or should we be worried about potentially losing valuable players? And would Mario Cozier-Dubberry represent exactly the kind of ambitious, forward-thinking signing that gets you genuinely excited about our attacking potential? Make sure you subscribe to this channel right now and smash that notification bell, because the January transfer window is going to be absolutely crucial for our club's future direction. And you know I'll be breaking down every single development, every rumor, every tactical change that matters to us blades. The next few weeks could genuinely define our entire season. Let's make sure we're all part of that journey together, analyzing every decision and supporting our team through what could be a transformational period. Come on, you blades, up the Steel City. And remember, we're all in this together, through the good times and the challenging moments. See you in the next one.